Unleash the full potential of your Spotfire dashboard with AI-driven narrative insights. Introducing Arria NLG Studio for BI. The latest in technology advancement, Arria's add-in for TIBCO Spotfire narrates your underlying data to provide instant analysis. Add true, configurable natural language generation to your existing visuals with this out-of-the-box solution.
My name is Lindsay Manna, and I'm SVP of Business Development at Arria NLG. It is my pleasure to talk about the Arria NLG and TIBCO partnership today. What is NLG? NLG stands for Natural Language Generation. NLG is a form of AI intelligence demonstrated by machines. NLG is a subset of machine intelligence and is focused primarily on enabling knowledge automation. This is the ability for a machine to automate human knowledge, including the ability to decide what to say, when, and why. A machine or software application powered by NLG emulates a human's ability to analyze and explain data in language, so other humans can understand the data quickly and make an intelligent decision. Arria NLG software replicates the human process of analysis, understanding, and communication in seconds, enabling humans to make decisions at an accelerated speed. Arria NLG is proud to be a leader of innovative NLG software. Founded by expert scientists in NLG, Dr. Ehud Reiter and Dr. Yaji Sripada, who wrote the de facto textbook on NLG. Ehud and Yaji are based out of the University of Aberdeen in Aberdeen, Scotland, where our largest development center is located. The University of Aberdeen dates back to the mid-1400s and was founded with the purpose to study the morphology of language. Natural language generation technology was born on this campus. It's no surprise that Arria has the largest concentration of NLG PhDs on the planet. We also have locations around the globe that allow us to support customers in every time zone. Our commitment to language is fueled by a deep history in NLG, from the university roots in the study of language, as well as the commitment of our founding scientists to change the world with NLG innovation that will leave humanity at the heart of artificial intelligence. Forrester has named Arria a leader. We are grounded in our roots here on Earth that date back centuries, and Forrester has noted that companies that need a space shuttle for writing automation should take flight with Arria NLG technology. Natural language generation technology combines data analytics, language analytics, and the logic of the human brain, transforming data into language in seconds. Language that is indistinguishable from that of a human counterpart. Language is the most powerful form of communication. It is the most effective way to transfer knowledge from one human to another. NLG technology transfers the power of the mind to the machine, allowing humans to communicate with data and quickly understand vast amounts of data at machine speed. Time is money. Arria's partnership with TIBCO enables analysts to leverage NLG technology, empowering decision-making that is turbocharged by visuals and narratives together. Augmented analytics allows companies to detect hidden insights, understand data at machine speed, and with NLG, communicate these insights and understanding of the data in seconds, enabling accelerated speed to action. If your business uses data to make important decisions, that process is currently inefficient with humans alone. With the addition of NLG, you empower humans to make better decisions faster. The true power of NLG lies in its ability to empower people through technology. Gartner predicts that by 2025, automated data stories with NLG will be the way that humans consume data insights. What we see at Arria every day is it's already there. NLG is being used now as a competitive edge for some of the largest, most innovative companies on the planet. Our goal is simple: NLG for everyone, for all companies, big and small. Augmented analytics enables the democratization of expertise. You can call on the expert knowledge replicated by NLG at any hour, allowing current data analysts and scientists to be more efficient with their use of time. They can focus on high-value skill sets instead of spending time explaining their genius to the non-expert. We find that the value lies in the ability to quickly understand the data and an explanation that is consistent and accurate in time that is lightning fast. The faster you can find important insights, understand them, and communicate them, the faster you can take intelligent action. NLG is your must-have tool for decision support. Human knowledge replication is at the core of the Arria NLG value stack. The ability for a human to quickly understand massive amounts of data in seconds gives your team the power to do more faster. Arria has clients across all verticals that are using our technology in ways we never imagined. From news and media to investment banking, financial services, compliance, and beyond, our customers are capitalizing on the power of natural language technologies. We all have the same problem: so much data, so little time. How can we make sense of it all? How can we find important things that correlate everything into a story that explains where to go next, what to do? Visuals are amazing at highlighting what to look at first. I can see there is a large yellow box on this screen. That means that box is important, but why? Still today, humans have to explain the why. So what? What do I do next? This is where NLG comes in. NLG tells you not just about the one visual, but how do all of the visuals connect? Why is that large yellow box there? What is the data that made it appear, and why is it important? Is the real story the product that we sold the most of, if our margins on that product were small? Or is the real story in the product that was second or third in rank that had killer margins? Maybe we should try to sell more of that product. NLG delivers the important story in seconds, so you don't have to wonder if you're missing something. Dashboards now not only show you what's going on in your data, but with NLG, they tell you why. TIBCO and Arria have partnered to put this power in the hands of every single TIBCO customer. Now with on-demand intelligence in language you can quickly understand, complementing the most sophisticated dashboards and empowering the humans that consume them.
I'm Kathy Herbert, VP of Arria's Pre-Sales Organization. Today we will demonstrate Arria NLG's integration for TIBCO Spotfire, highlighting a sales use case as well as a fund commentary use case. As a Spotfire developer, it's important to look for ways to get insights to your users. Adding language to visuals will provide the depth of insight which could only previously be provided by a human explaining the dashboard. Let's go ahead and get started and take a look. If I'm the VP of Sales and I'm coming in to take a look at this dashboard, I'm really interested in performance from a country perspective. So I can look at year over year my performance from a country perspective. If I drill down further into the narrative, I can see the actual sales results for this current year, which also gives me some additional trend information that's interesting. So let's take a look at the narrative itself. So from an actual sales perspective, the United Kingdom was our top performing country. Within the United Kingdom, sales were driven primarily by Sabre, Spartan, and Razor, and that combined for a meaningful contribution. It's really important to look and see that Arria has the ability to understand and set thresholds on what would be meaningful, what would be significant, and when not to use a descriptor at all. Now, if I were the VP of the products organization, right, I want to look at things from a product perspective. So I'm going to click on product and it'll change the entire drill down order of my narrative. So it's taken all the data in and returned a narrative that's really focused not on what's happening at a country perspective first, but what's happening from a product perspective. So if we drill down and look to see what's happening in the current year, we can see that Sabre is our top performer, and that's driven primarily by Ireland, Sweden, which combined for a significant contribution. So you can see Arria gives you the ability to build a narrative and let the users provide input to determine what kind of perspective. Are they interested in seeing the data from a market perspective, a country perspective, or a product perspective? We also have filtering capabilities within TIBCO Spotfire. So if I were just interested in financial services across all countries, I can select financial services across all countries. It'll send the data in. It'll give me a very specific narrative for financial services across all countries. If I wanted to just see financial services in, say, Belgium or Ireland, I can select that data and it'll filter the data. It'll give me the narrative. So that was example number 1, performance analytics. The second example we want to show is performance fund commentary, which typically requires lots of data and takes analysts lots of time to generate. And you can see here that Arria had the ability to take in the underlying data from TIBCO Spotfire, generate a narrative talking about performance highlights, contributors to performance, detractors from performance. And like in the other demo we showed, we still have the ability to look at things from a country breakdown perspective. So if I'm looking at how this fund performed in the United Kingdom, we can see a 2.3 position in consumer staples that was relatively weak compared to the benchmark. Yet if I click on Germany, we can see that we had a stronger selection and a meaningful overweight 15.36 position in the technology sector. So within each geography, we can see for this particular fund, what were our contributors to performance and what was our detractor to performance just by clicking around our dashboard. So very, very powerful. Now let's take a look at how Arria's add-in for TIBCO Spotfire works. I'm going to go ahead and select my configure option, and you can see that we have 2 types of narratives that you can generate. One is a custom narrative, and in a custom narrative, the data you've selected within TIBCO Spotfire is going to be sent to Arria. We're going to send back a custom narrative. We also give you the ability to configure your own narrative. So when you're configuring a narrative, the first thing you're going to do is go in and select the data source. So where's the data coming from? And then we're going to select the dimensions that are important to us, the measures that are important to us. You can also select things like color and font size. Once that's done, it's actually a 3-step process. The first step is telling us about your data. I'm going to select next. We want to create a variance narrative where we're comparing actual sales to target sales. And let's go ahead and select next. And the final user selection is how much information do I want? A summary of information, just the important things, or tell me everything. So at the click of a button, we'll say tell me everything, and you can see the narrative that comes up, which describes actual versus target sales given the data that we've submitted into the model. What were the top products within those products? What were the top driving countries? So again, this took no work at all. It was just user configuration.
Hi, my name is Brian Zwalin, and I'm the SVP of Customer Success at Arria. I sit in a very cool seat working with our amazing customers that invent all kinds of ways to harness the power of NLG, and I'll be sharing a few of those with you today. At Arria, our vision is to see NLG everywhere. Wherever there's data, NLG can and should be applied if you want instant knowledge communication around the insights in your data. Now, this opens up a world of possibilities, but I'll narrow it down for our discussion today. So first, let me point you to our website that lists a number of use cases for a few business verticals. So if you navigate to arria.com and hover over the Resources tab, you'll see a link for the use case library. Many of these solutions have been deployed to production in our customers' environments. Interestingly, there are many common use cases, especially when it comes down to financial reporting, as you see here under the section Enterprise Reporting. Now, to drill down for a little more detail, we can navigate to the About tab and click on NLG Everywhere. Here you'll see a few tiles from our customers and partners, and if you hover over the tiles, you'll see the value the customer or partner achieved using Arria NLG. According to Gartner, some of the top business use cases for NLGs certainly include BI dashboards. We make it easy for you to use Arria NLG in TIBCO Spotfire Analyst. It works like any other custom visualization in your dashboard where you add it to a page and select your measures and dimensions. You can then control the narrative to be a short bulleted list or article type summary or action items. And deciding on which reports to narrate revolves around these parameters. But besides this short logical list, you want your users to have speed to information that's 100% accurate and non-biased. An HR dashboard is a dynamic overview of the most important HR metrics in one place. The HR dashboard provides a slice and dice overview of the workforce and their performance and absence and turnover. It's key for strategic decision making in HR. An HR dashboard offers a great way to track key problem areas in a transparent way. Transparency in turnover rates per manager, like we see in this dashboard, will encourage managers to pay closer attention to retaining employees. As with any dashboard, new trends and opportunities can be spotted early on, and emerging problems can be addressed before they significantly impact the business, especially with its most important asset, the people. In the pharmacovigilance space, bringing a drug to market is a drawn-out, heavily regulated process. The collection, detection, assessment, monitoring, and prevention of adverse effects with pharmaceutical products is manually written out in a long-form report. What takes a team of 30 medical writers to produce over weeks can be done in seconds with the click of a mouse using Arria NLG. And the benefits are adverse effects can be spotted much earlier on, and changes can be made early, and now much larger groups can be studied. And those are safety concerns, which are extremely important. But monetarily, the clinical trial process is greatly accelerated, and the race to bring the drug to market will be won by the organization that uses Arria NLG. And just a side note, in this heavily regulated process, Arria NLG for clinical safety reporting received FDA validation under CFR 21 Part 11. Reporting on performance is something important to all organizations, whether it be measuring sales performance, investment performance, process performance, or in the case of this dashboard, marketing performance. If you're in marketing, you know the importance of speed to information. You're trying out new campaigns, monitoring traffic on your sites and shopping cart abandon rates, etc. Having a TIBCO dashboard connected directly to your data source and excellent visuals is just half the battle. But navigating through multiple tabs and pouring through the plethora of visuals takes time and effort, especially trying to correlate what's driving profitability to your company. So Arria NLG can look as far and wide as the underlying data that's available. Not the visuals, but the underlying data. And it does that analysis for you. So take a moment, think about that. Arria NLG does the analysis for you. 24 hours a day, this information is available to your team and management to understand the ROI of your marketing activities. That's huge. I've walked you through a list of use cases for Arria NLG, and we drilled down into a handful to give you a better understanding of the value of automating the communication of knowledge to your organization. So thanks for joining us today, and please follow the link on the screen to get started.